Hello everyone, coming on a little trip out today to somewhere in Lincolnshire called Stamford, which is only 20 miles from where we live, but we've just parked the car. Look at this little row of cottages. How gorgeous is that? And if I swing around, there's a hotel opposite, and the sun's straight in my eyes, but called the George, which looks absolutely magnificent. Look at this place. I've seen buildings as we pulled up that were dated 1658. Once again, I know nothing of the history of the area other than apparently it's relatively unchanged in centuries, and from what I've seen so far, it's stunning. Look at that building over there on the corner. Wow. So let's go on a little trip around Stamford. I'm already in love with Stamford. It is quite beautiful in the early Easter sunshine. I'll be back. Okay, apologies for my shadow. Hello. This little row of cottages, there's this plaque outside. Apparently it was originally a hospital, and the first date on there, can you see that? I'm in the sun, can you see that? It's 1173. It was Grade 2 listed back in the, when's that, 1954, and then was turned into flats in the 1960s. I don't know if you can read any of that because my shadow was probably on top of it, but yeah, this was originally a hospital, and there's been a building here since 1173. I'm liking Stamford. Good heavens, continuing the walk around Stamford in Lincolnshire. Gorgeous church with a graveyard. We just saw another church and graveyard just outside of town where there were sheep grazing around the graves. I mean, look at these buildings. They're just incredible. And down there's a sort of timbered Tudor looking building. Whether or not it's original, I can't say. And that signpost is somewhere called Burley House, which will be going at some point. Oh look, that goes to Spalding. I live there. Yeah, Burley House, which is a stately home that we'll be visiting at some point. And then carrying on down the high street, it's just this collection of amazing buildings. And everything's in this kind of same coloured, I don't know what you call it, like sandy stone type. Maybe it's sandstone, sandy stone, I don't know. But yeah, we just, to get from where we parked, we just crossed over. If you see there's a bridge there. That's the River Welland, which runs sort of throughout Lincolnshire. Oh my God, listen. Oh, I'm getting very distracted. I nearly fell over then. So excited by a church bell. But yeah, this is Stamford in Lincolnshire, and it is mind-blowingly beautiful. Oh, and there was a little passageway. Where's it gone? Oh, I've lost it now. In between all the shops, there are like these weird little passageways. Oh, there it is, over there, where the antiquarian, rare and out-of-print books. Just along there's like a little alleyway that you can go down, and apparently there's loads of them, really weird little alleyways, and they lead you to all these little shops around the back. Oh, there it is, St Mary's Passage. It's just under the ladder. Ugh. Yeah, just went down there, and there's a most amazing wine, beer and spirit shop. Anyway, he's just come out. He's gone to the graveyard because that's where he's expecting me to be, obviously. So let's see what else we can find. Okay, this may not look very exciting to you, just like a little tree and some fresh flowers. Are they fresh flowers? That's some fresh flowers. But to me, this is remarkable. This is a public toilet in Stamford. This is not what I'm used to in terms of public toilets in the UK. This place is luxurious, quite frankly. And yeah, again, Stamford, completely surprising. Okay, like I say, it might not look glamorous. Public toilets, usually you are scared to sit on the seat and they're not sanitary, but this has a fresh vase of flowers at the entrance. This is insane. I'm never going to be able to do the whole of Stamford justice, because as we're walking around, it is just going off in all directions. Sorry, I missed a step then. Going off in all directions. Everywhere's got little alleyways and pathways. It's full of these gorgeous little tea rooms and coffee shops. and churches and amazing buildings, and I would already say Stamford is a whole day out, for sure. For sure. Oh, there's a butcher's with special pork pies and sausages. And look at this, I just found on the wall. Here formerly stood the market cross to which some prisoners were brought from jail on market days and whipped round it. Good God. So it's not all sweetness and light here in Stamford then. Oh look, another interesting street with, I think that's the 5th church I've seen, and a market at the end of it. Oh, charity shop. People always say go into charity shop in posh towns like this because you get the really nice second-hand clothes. Okay, here's something else really interesting. St Michael's Churchyard and its surroundings. So I looked over here and it's got a checkered history, 10th century, blah, 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 but it's likely it was founded in the 12th century. I won't leave it on that too long. It says down here that Stamford has a higher percentage of Grade 2 buildings relative to the population than any town or city in the country. 9 of them are on the high street. So check out this church. Amazing looking, gorgeous church, right? Beautiful. Here's the graveyard, but it's kind of on the edge of the pub. Beautiful, beautiful lamppost. So that's weird in itself. But then you come round the side of the church, thinking, ah yes, lovely church. It's got opticians in it. So I don't quite get that. It's a church, clearly, but they've turned it into a building society and 2 opticians on the side, and the graveyard is sort of on the wall of a very gorgeous looking pub. This place is quite something. I've never been anywhere quite like this. Never. Quite remarkable. Take a look at that. Wow. Anyway, we shall continue on up this high street. Dear God, that's a library. Look at that building. That's mad. So still continuing our tour of Stamford, we're coming to St John the Baptist Church. If you can see up there on the ceiling, there's these huge, well Ash has called them griffins, I'll take his word for it, and amazing stained glass windows just everywhere. Look at these, I love when you look at these pews, the detailed work that goes into these things is just, I mean, look at it. Can you imagine? That's all hand carved. Anyway, I was just reading, there's a little booklet here in the church that's telling me that this was from probably the 12th century, and what it's saying is, why did the town have so many churches? Apparently it was important in the medieval period and was one of 5 Danish boroughs. It was a crucial period in early history, a royal borough able to attain a degree of independence and self-government. This allowed wealthy families to found churches. So basically there were rich people here who could start their own church, and that's why there's so many churches. I had no idea about this Danish connection though. Anyway, we are not going to get round all of Stamford because it is vast. I will be coming back here and probably spending a night here at some point. Not in this church specifically, but yes, it is an absolutely stunning town. We've still got another big hill to go up, and we'll find out what's up there. But this church is quite cosy and nice, and the stained glass windows are stunning. Look at this place, Candlesticks Hotel and Restaurant. It's just this maze of these quaint little windy streets, and look at the gardens up there. Oh my God, look at this door. Do you know, I've got a thing about interesting doors. I might do a series of interesting doors of Lincolnshire, because there are some amazing doors around here. See, look, I like that door as well. That's a very lovely door. Very solid looking. What do they serve here? What do they serve? See, look, it's all fancy food. How much? 30 quid. Well, that's not bad, is it? I suppose it's not that bad. Imagine living in one of these quaint little houses, as long as, look at the street lamps. You got the church, you made you wake up and you hear the sound of church bells. It'd be annoying if you had a hangover and it was like 7 o'clock on a Sunday morning, I suppose. Look at these little terraces of houses. And if you look over in the distance, you can see a church on the right, a church on the left, a church there. But if you were just watching just now, you know why. Because any wealthy person was able to start up their own church. Hence, there are so many of them. But that one's quite impressive. Look at this building. Look at that. I know this is not a very historical account of Stamford, and I'm pretty useless in that respect. But I think it gives you a feel of just how absolutely stunning this place is. It's just gorgeous. Around every corner there's some interesting alleyway or building or something. So look, going back down to town, there's another church. I need to get to a bakery and find myself something nice to take home. That's my next plan. Now see, look, that's another super impressive door. Doors of Lincolnshire. This is the George Hotel. Very beautiful door. Well done. Look at this one. Also the George. This one's got carriage lanterns on either side. Oh, it looks very cosy in there. I don't find out how much it costs to stay there. It looks so nice. Blimey, this place reeks of history. Look at this. In medieval times, in the house of the Holy Sepulchre stood on this site, knights of St. John of Jerusalem were entertained here. In the garden at the rear, crusaders in black robes with white cross walked and talked. The gnarled mulberry tree dates to the time of James I. The main block erected 1597. Elizabeth I and many other kings, three kings and many other famous travellers. Which kings? Anyway, quite a fabulous building. Let's go and see how much it costs to stay there. Okay, I've just come wandering into the George Hotel. Check out this room. Check out this dining room. Holy crap. Wow. Okay, I've just walked through this George Hotel out to the back, which that bit over there is where all the bedrooms are. This is the courtyard at the back. I didn't want to film inside because there's loads of people and it's really quiet. But look at this outdoor garden area. Just look at this. How magical is this? Check that out. They've even got these fleecy kind of things on the chair to keep you cosy. Patio heaters. Oh my god. This place is stunning. Oh, just gorgeous. Okay, I was going to head back through town before we leave and go and get a cake. However, I can't leave this George Hotel in Stamford. This is the ladies' toilet. Look at this place. This is the ladies' toilets. The ladies' toilets, I tell you. Look at it. Look at it. Just look. This is the toilets. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit blown away by this toilet. And you come down these little steps. Oh, hello, it's me. Didn't see that step. And then you come out here and you're upstairs in the hotel. Look at that light fitting. Anyway, I'm going to conclude my tour of Stamford here because I could just look, even here, these are where the bedrooms are. And even here, look, little seating area. I mean, this place is just amazing. Oh, and I've just checked out room prices for next month. And they start from 160, although apparently there are sometimes deals, but to be honest, I don't think that's unreasonable. So this will conclude the tour of Stamford. I didn't just say Spalding, did I? I did say Stamford. Stamford for now. I wonder who they are, and I wonder if they haunt this hotel. And I will be back here at some point. The next time I'll buy a cake. I should be staying up here, in one of these rooms, up here. Look, with these creepy looking portraits on the walls. Oh, I have to come and stay here. This place has to be haunted. I'm going to Google it. Anyway, for now, this was a whistle-stop tour of Stamford, and trust me, 2 hours didn't even scratch the surface. This place is amazing. Come to Stamford in Lincolnshire and come and stay at this George Hotel. I'll be back when I stay here. But for now, tutty bye.